But speaking of like, the IWC getting triggered, the veteran Jack Vaughn, so we played it on the last show. He did the indie chops with, I don't know if you saw that, with Cash Flow.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It was awesome.
Chops. Yeah, so Jack Vaughn, he makes tons of videos, but that one really triggered people, right? And it was specifically fans getting mad at like the Eddie Kingston thing, but they didn't get mad at like the super indie where he like chops his thigh or whatever.
Yeah,
like he didn't get mad at that, but they get triggered at the Eddie Kingston part, of course. So here's his apology video. Vet Jack Vaughn says, in light of the backlash my most recent video received, I feel the need to issue an apology. Please repost so that anyone who may have been offended can have an opportunity to see it. God bless. And here's the vet Jack Vaughn. Let's hear his apology.
Hello, everyone. It's the veteran Jack Vaughn. Earlier this week, I posted a video that was met with a lot of negative feedback, and I wasn't expecting the kind of backlash that it got. And to be honest, I thought that I was just making a harmless joke, and my joke was kind of met sourly by some of you. Some of you don't like the way that I tell my jokes, and that's totally fine. So I do want to take this opportunity to issue an apology. If you are a wrestler or a fan that has felt offended or victimized or abused by anything that I've said or done in any of my videos, I truly and genuinely am sorry that you are such a bitch. I'm sorry that I didn't start calling you guys out on your indie-rific BS years ago. And to be perfectly honest, what I'm most sorry about is the fact that independent wrestling is full of so many smart marks that don't have a clue. That's what I'm sorry for.
Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness.
How awesome is that?
Oh, man. He's kayfabing a bit. Like, that's his gimmick. But,
Yeah.
He comes back and says...
One more thing. The only thigh slap in the business that actually makes any money.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He went hard, dude. That's awesome. I love that guy. Make sure you follow him. That's his gimmick, though, too, is he's working his gimmick a little bit there, but I enjoy guys who kind of do that. What do you make of that video, and what was your reaction when you saw the whole chop one?
All right, bro, let me tell you something. So I thought this guy was legitimately apologizing, but I was so mesmerized by that Andre the Giant shirt that he was wearing. I was like, that thing is cool as hell. So I paused it. Yeah. And then I made a little comment in one of my group chats, like, I can't believe this guy actually apologized. And then I played it again, and then I heard it, and I just had to pop. It was just so awesome. He got me. He worked me.
Oh, dude, that's good. That's good when it works out like that. Okay, so Dax, Uncle Dax FTR, old head wrestling podcasters about to dispute Forbes for real. Jesus Christ. How old is Dax? Now I got to look up his age.
Yeah, please.
Dax Harwood age. Because, like, who you calling old ass? 39. Damn, he comes across older than that, the way he shakes his fist at the clouds. But here's the thing. Old head wrestling podcasters about to dispute Forbes for real. Dax would get the most heat for his shit on his podcast. Not only that, Eric Bischoff already played on 83 Weeks. Dax saying like, oh, I love your show and I try to incorporate what you do into my show. And shit like that. And so
getting low ratings.
And also Dax has been on and Dax has also been on Jim Cornette's podcast and is openly, everyone's like, oh, Jim should manage FTR. But it's like, what is he doing this for? This is my conspiracy theory. Let me X-Files myself. Okay?
Please.
The truth is out there, okay? My theory is that he re-signed, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's known that he had FTR signed a new like deal that's kind of longer, maybe like 5-7 years, something like longer, right? And that was recently they re-signed, and I think it was before Vince was out of WWE because, like, again, they were Triple H guys, they were like a Triple H team as far as you know, like NXT Gold and all that. So my theory is that they signed some long-term shit and they have to like, okay, as Punk said in his interview, I'm getting very nuanced and layered here. He was like, yo, I don't want to get people buried like Danhausen or whatever. And he just names Danhausen, but he's like, I don't want to get people that were like, who had my back. And then we see in the footage, and I've said it a million times on the podcast, like, bro, like the House of Black guys have fucking Punk's back. Okay. Danhausen is a Punk guy. Jade Cargill was a Punk girl. The people who are Punk people, he feels get punished. You could look at the evidence of that. Like Andrade, I'm pretty sure was a Punk guy. So you can look at that and go and, you know, make the argument yeah, they do punish Punk people. You know what I mean? Like, or you can make that argument. And he doesn't want to get anyone buried. My whole thing is FTR were the biggest Punk people like ever in the world. You know what I mean? And so now Uncle Dax is just doing this to really like let Tooney know, like, please don't bury us down the card and that sort of thing. Like,
oh, you think honestly, that's what's going on?
It might sound so conspiratorial. That's why I hit the X-Files. I could be talking out of my ass, being over analytical. Sure, say I'm being a fucking dummy. That's fine. But I truly think that like they signed for like 5 to 7, let's say, and they're like, shit, I'm 39. Like, how long can I do this? And is the door always open there at WWE? Who knows? But I just feel like he's really putting AEW over lately to be like, and being extra vocal, to obviously defend his product and his company. Like, you want to play for your home team. I get it. You want to play for the team that you're on, but it's like, and like, obviously this shit garners interest. Maybe, oh, I'm just working the gimmick for the whatever. But the thing is like, to the masses, they're going to turn on this shit, and you're in a program with the Bucks where they're healing, and now I got to watch 2 teams where I don't like either you motherfuckers when you're doing shit like this. But not that I take personal offense. Like, I'm 32, so I don't take offense to the old head wrestling podcasters. Like, we know he's just taking barbs at Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette and that and their ilk, and Dutch Mantel probably, I'm sure Conan, like, he's taking shots at everybody. But the point I'm trying to make is, A, you're into fucking podcasting too. You were getting shit for your podcast because the shit you said. You've put over the old head podcasters. So let's say he's just working for engagement, and the way he's talking for real, like, I just feel like he's kind of working a bit, trying to be silly, which is fine. Like Elon Musk said, oh, engagement farming accounts. Okay, that's every fucking account. So hopefully he's talking about bots, because the whole premise of Twitter's engagement farming. You know, like, that's the whole idea behind the whole fucking thing. And I'm ranting and raving right now. I'm cutting a promo, but the point I'm trying to get to is, I
pussy in bio.
Yes, my fucking conspiracy theory here. Yeah, pussy in bio. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Or like the spaces in between, like I give head or whatever, you know.
Right.
But the point I'm getting to is, I think he's doing this because he's there for the long haul, and he doesn't want to get buried down the card, or he doesn't want the stigma of backstage, if anyone backstage thinking like, oh, well, he's probably just talking about, or he's like probably a Punk guy and stooging shit to Punk and being a hater, like, you know, like that could be the stigma of new people coming into the company, etc. So I think that's why he's doing this. He's really like, no, this is my team, and that's why he's doing it, and doesn't want to get pushed down the card. That's my theory. What do you think?
Do you think he's just frustrated because he knows he's going to be counting the lights tomorrow, or what?
No. I think maybe a bit of that. Because I think the FTR's for sure going to lose, but I just think it's that they know, like, okay, it's the Bucks who already wouldn't lose to us, like, who already were accused of burying us. We're super like Punk guys to where people want to see us team up with Punk and fucking fight you guys and shit. And I just think I think he's like, oh shit, I need to really stand up and let everyone know, no, like, I'm happy for this place. Because, like, let's face it, WWE's not going to give them the same money Tooney probably does to keep them around. And the thing is, okay, where's Ricky Starks at? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Kind of half-ass push him, but he's a Cody guy. So where is he? You know, he should be on TV all the time.
But doesn't Tony Khan understand? Doesn't Tony Khan understand? No. Like, he could be a Tony Khan guy if you just push these people.
No,
like, try to
get that.
It's crazy.
He wants to hug them. He wants to hug them and then watch their shit on the monitor and go, this is great. Yeah.
He's just too involved in social media. That's all I can say. Like, a lot of these wrestlers are just too involved in social media, and it's not really helping their cachet as far as like popularity or any goodwill given to the company. They need to just put a moratorium on these guys tweeting. WWE has a spectacular way of having, like, it's almost like the wrestlers in the WWE know how to play along with the Twitterverse, knows how to work their audience. In with AEW wrestlers, there's like a combativeness always with these guys, and it doesn't help the goodwill of the company.
Yeah, there's some people in chat saying, it's a humiliation ritual for being friends with Punk. That's crazy. At what cost? Oh my God, I gotta go watch those uploads during that shit. Yeah, preach. Let's go. FTR gun is too sexy to be attached to this guy. Okay, Jess. Thurston out here, Jess. Dax is an ungrateful dumb fuck with absolute zero pride. Whoa, hold on. Jim Cornette put them over more times than I could even count. Fuck him. I agree, and I don't blame anyone for taking it personal. That's what I mean, like Dax taking it personal. No, but I don't. I agree with the Jim part. I don't agree with like the dumb fuck zero pride. I'm not like getting down with all that. Just because like I honest to God love FTR, dude. I know the dude blocked me. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, they're shitty wrestlers or anything. But hey,
no, they're not shitty. No, but they're just not. They're not the best in the world. I mean, like, I hate that moniker.
I think they were the other year though when they did that shit, like with their matches with the Briscoes and all that. And I agree, like draw matters. So to me, I put the Usos up there too. But I just like, in all honesty, man, I think they're one of the best ever. Like maybe you could argue it that one year, but like if you were to argue like the Usos against them or something, I'd listen to that all day. But
sorry, how much of that is longevity? Just because they've always been in a tag team. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, because the Young Bucks can get away with that same type of nonsense. We're the best in the world. Why? Because you were, together for the last 13, 14, 15 years or whatever. Like, I mean, you're not drawing. And that's what I would consider being the key thing. Exactly. You're always talking about like great tag teams. I think Heart Foundation, British Bulldogs, Midnight Express, Road Warriors. I could go on and on. I think the Killer Bees were awesome, but to each their own. I mean,
yeah. I definitely agree with those ones you listed there. I put the Road Warriors up there as like goats. I don't know, man. Like the Steiners. Let's get.
Oh, you know who I forgot? I'm so sorry. I hate bulldozing, but like Doom, Harlem Heat, like these are great.
Harlem Heat was the shit in WCW.
They were my favorites.
Yeah, I loved Harlem Heat. And I was actually gonna put over like, I don't know. I really love the NWO. Like I love DX. I was a mark for like the factions. And so, like the New Age Outlaws to me were the shit. And then also like I loved Hall and Nash when they were teaming. Like I know a lot of people, it's not like they were putting on like the greatest matches, but they kind of were because they're guys who could they're so fucking over. They just go in there and not really do anything, and it would just
wanted to watch them.
Yeah. So, and right now we just have Trent Seven doing the Eddie Kingston chops.
Yes.
In this TNA match. So. Booker T and Gold Dust. Yeah, that was like not a goated tag team, but that was like an entertaining one. You know what I mean?
Right.